Rainbow Duo Draw has been returned and it features KN44 color spectrum and GKS Tactical Unicorn, which as we were able to see pulled quite early, and I happen to have the other two legendary GKSs as well, and I will compare them all in this video. Now Tactical Unicorn, I will not comment the design, but the iron sight it is quite good. It is positioned a bit higher, but it is not obstructive, and once you get adjusted there are no issues at all with it. The GKS Wanderer on the other hand, it is quite bulky in a sense that it is wider, and the iron sight it is essentially the same as the default one, and it is really just more obstructive compared to the default one. And the Mystic Cards, the latest edition, it has a very clean iron sight with those side edges which are a bit confusing at first, but it is a very good iron sight. And now further comparison with gameplay. And so the GKS Unicorn, just like I said, it is not obstructive like you can see, the iron sight is really clean, and there are certainly no issues when it comes to the iron sight. The firing sound is also quite pleasant, although you can also see how the iron sight is a bit higher compared to like regular variant, which at first it feels a bit awkward, but after a few matches you can really just get used to it and do really well. Like, it is a good iron sight. And now the Wanderer, design wise I really like it the most, but the bottom part it is just the thickest, and the thickness of it basically it makes the overall sight more obstructive the farther away the enemies are. So at close range you will not see it as much, but when enemies are more farther away you simply do not see them through the thick part of the gun. And the top part of the iron sight, the sight itself, it is really just like the default variant. So for some reason we decided to basically thicken the default GKS and put the same iron sight. And it's really, it is not pay to lose because it's still usable. Just when compared with the other two legendaries as well as even the default version, it is not good. And so Mystic Cards, it is actually the best or tied with the Tactical Unicorn, because the iron sight is super clean, and at first those two side edges they are a bit also awkward, because sometimes when you're trying to shoot after some movement you will focus on a side part of the iron sight instead of the center, which will impact your firing a little bit, but once you get used to it, so after a few games there will not be such an issue, and when it is just the cleanest, because like you can see it is the leanest, like the weapon itself, and the iron sight is also very clean. Although Tactical Unicorn does have a more pleasant overall firing sound, this one is a bit annoying, like you can get adjusted to it of course, but it's still annoying until you get adjusted to it. And so for this reason I would say that the Tactical Unicorn and the Mystic Cards, we are like on the same level of goodness. And now just default GKS variant gameplay, because yeah, like you can see it is linear compared to the Wanderer Legendary variant, and the sight is roughly the same. So the default is really just better, and comparing it with the Tactical Unicorn and the Mystic Cards, well, both legendaries we have a cleaner, better iron sight, but the default one is not horrible. So like if you want the most competitive option, you should end up getting the legendary either the cards or the unicorn. But if you just want to use the gun even in ranked, but do not want to be like the sweatiest user or whatever, then you can really just use the default, just get the diamond camo because it will make the iron sight gold and it will improve it. And considering that the GKS Unicorn isn't that dual draw, so you have a fair chance to get it for a cheaper price, it would make it the best option. Right after would be the Mystic Cards because it is in a full draw. But if you have it already, if you have either Unicorn or the cards already, then you really just don't need any others. If you have the Wanderer, well, just use the default one, it will be better. And if you don't want any legendary variant, then you can skip legendary GKSs because, like I said, even default is okay. Oh, and I have already made a video with the GKS in ranked matches and the gunsmith for this season, so you can check it out now.